All right, what's going on, everybody? Gaby Card Stacks here. I've got a good stack of mail here. I want to get to this before it starts piling up even more. I couldn't tell you what exactly is inside all of this mail, but I've been buying from a ton of different places. A lot of people have said they've been buying on Sport Lots and buysportscards.com, which is awesome. I think there's some of that. I've got some eBay, some Twitter. Let's just get right into it. All right, first one up, this Purple Wave Chris Rodriguez. These are numbered to 99, pretty low numbered here. Just picked this up at auctions, I think. It says I paid $4.56 on an invoice that came with it. So just kind of a play. He's been in a couple mail videos. I liked him last year. He's kind of buried on the depth chart, but we'll see what happens. So this is a guy that my Discord was talking about, Steel Venters. He missed all of this season with, I think, a torn ACL, and he transferred from like an Eastern Washington, I think, and he was Conference Player of the Year. Missed all this year as a grad transfer, I think, so I think he should be able to come back next year. His stuff is stupid cheap. I probably got this for $3 or $4 shipped. So, I don't know, just going to take a chance. Again, focusing on ink and just trying to scoop up any of those low-end autos anytime I can get them. I'm fine stashing those or just sending to ComC. Here is another auto here. Israel Abanaconda Prism Silver auto, or they're all silvers, I guess. I got this, I think, for maybe 6 or 7 shipped. I think it was like $5 plus $1 shipping by it now. A guy that I'm going pretty heavy in. I really liked him in the pre-draft process last year. Just went to a poor situation in New York with Brees and then Dalvin. Essence Cody, she was first team all SEC freshman. So, I mean, these on-card autos I really like out of Topps McDonald's All-American. So these, I think this was probably under like $5 or $6, I'd say. So again, just focusing on ink. So somebody messaged me on Instagram and they're like, hey, what do you think of Garrett Green? And I'm like, he's a good quarterback, but he doesn't have any cards. And he was like, yeah, he's in that On It set that you keep buying. And I'm like, what? No way. I feel like I've kind of looked around. He's in this set. So this is the icon set. He does have autos, but they're a consistent $100 bill. And I just can't bring myself. I'm very close. I would pay 80, but 100 just seems very rich to me. So I'm just going to scoop up these icons. I don't think he has a blackout. Maybe he does. I'll have to look for it, but I don't know. Just any chance I can get something of a guy that I like, I'm just going to take a chance. I think I hopefully paid less than $7 for this, so just something to hold. Continuing with just the cheap autos and just things that I can stash. Scotty Middleton, he is a freshman. Didn't play a whole lot. I mean, this was, the invoice is here, $3.44. Again, just something I can stash in a box, and I'm fine just, having a 100 count box of, low-end autos like this and just keeping them there or sending the ComC and, paying 50 cents for them to list them for next season. All right, a fat stack here from buysportscards.com. I got this for $16.60 shipped. Looks like all these were about 50 cents a piece. So just Alexander Sarr. These look pretty clean. I'll have to maybe consider some for grading right now. It's $15 this month to grade. He's expected to be the #1 pick. It's kind of flipping between him and Zachary Reese-Sachet. Reed Shepard has kind of climbed into the top 3 suddenly. So I'll look to, maybe just grade 1 or 2 of them if they do look super clean, but not expecting anything. But just stashing these at 50 cents a piece, I think come draft time, these are going to be $4 or $5 a card. In a perfect world, you're turning, $16 into 100. So, all right, this was an international buy on eBay. Juju Watkins, this was the cheapest refractor. Oh, it's taped up there. And again, just something that I will just stash in a box. She's got 3 more years of school. You see where Caitlin Clark's refractors prices have gone. They've touched kind of that $100 range. I picked this up for maybe $14, $15. And I think the cheapest is probably 20, and then you kind of get to that awkward eBay range of 20 to 30. I think it's worth scooping up. So I check every now and then for her refractors and pinks and anything, around $10 I'll scoop up. Okay, a little Chandler Morris Red Sapphire, number to 5, a guy who doesn't have autos in Bowman University, so his color's, as good as you'll get. I'm taking a flyer, not someone I've been targeting, but I think just, this is going to be one of his biggest cards. He just transferred to North Texas. North Texas's head coach is Eric Morris. He coached Patrick Mahomes at Texas A&M. I believe he was the quarterback's coach. And then he took a head coach job to Incarnate Word and that's where Cameron Ward was. He won like FCS Freshman of the Year, and then won, I think, Player of the Year as a sophomore, then transferred to Wazoo, put up some pretty good numbers, had a whole debacle with the transfer portal. I'm declaring for the draft. Now he's at Miami. Nonetheless, Eric Morris, everywhere that he's been, he's had a dynamic, big-time quarterback in a big-time offense who's going to put up numbers. Chandler Morris does have some injury concerns. I think he's kind of missed a couple games here and there, but if he's healthy and with the track record that Eric Morris has, I think he could put up some stupid numbers at North Texas, one of the most potent offenses in the country. Little Michaela Williams green, just a true green, numbered to 99. I think I got this for like 99 cents plus 99-cent shipping at auctions. And as I'm starting to kind of focus on or limit my buying, I want to be able to grade more, and I feel like this looks pretty decent. Again, I'm an amateur grader. I've graded like 6 cards in my life now at this point. I'm reviewing a ton of cards to send a PSA with this $15 special. We'll see how it goes, but I think just, low-end stuff like this is still worth it for me. Michaela Williams, people have always said, I prospect so far in the future, the wait time shouldn't be a concern, right? I could have been grading Juju Watkins back in October and had it now, or Caitlin Clark, all these women basketball players, all these Bowman University players. So doing myself a disservice, going to get into grading. Just looking off of that very briefly, it looked decent compared to a lot of Bowman University I've seen. So that's, again, my approach. In one of my videos, I talked about autos, and now I'm kind of sticking to kind of the grading, and I want to specifically buy to grade. All right, and last one here, Zamir White Blue Wave. I bought this the day that Josh Jacobs had signed with Green Bay. If you've been following the channel for a while, almost a year now, Zamir White was one of my heaviest offseason buys, and I just thought with Josh Jacobs holding out and he was not going to report to camp, and typically when you look at those guys historically, they don't perform well when they hold out and don't go to preseason and just go to the regular season. They don't perform very well. They tend to get injured. It really affects them. So I went in heavy on Zamir White thinking, hey, he's going to be running back 1 if Josh Jacobs is actually holding out. 2, even if he does report, I still think that, Zamir White can make a name for himself. So I waited until week 16, 17 when Zamir started getting some touches, and it finally paid off. And I'm a big Zamir fan out of Georgia. His nickname is Zeus. The dude is jacked, and I don't know, I'm buying back in. This was pretty cheap, under $6 or $7. Color, not my favorite on the Blue Wave, but his autos were super pricey from the end of last season, and this was just kind of the cheapest thing available that I liked, and I wanted to get back in. So that's everything in terms of mail. A couple, hopefully, grading candidates, a couple stashes here and there. So if you enjoyed it, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.